ourselves another banger from Levi Nix. So let's go ahead and watch.
If you lead with money, she leaves with money. Should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. Larry Wheels is currently under fire right now, being called a cuck because of his wife.
Levi's not wrong there. You lead with money, that's what they start valuing over you, and they'll end up leaving with that money. Don't lead with money.
Preening around other men. Let's get into this example of what we're talking about, but we're going to do a deep dive today. I haven't reviewed all of these clips. I've just seen this as kind of going nuclear right now, but let's get into it.
I come up there, Tim, but, we try to stream later for Team Rampage. I normally start my stream around by this time. That's why. I still went kind of early at 3 o'clock. Right now, yeah. We're on kick.
Rampage even notices it. So notice how she's rubbing her hair, running her fingers through her hair. This is what we call in the industry called preening.
Preen.
Preening. Preen.
Preen.
Yep. Straighten and clean his feathers with its beak. That's basically a bird thing. Basically, the women are cleaning themselves up for the camera. That's what that means in this particular case.
I like to do the Google stuff. It's what birds do. And we call women birds all the time. Of a bird to straighten and clean its feathers with its beak. But when women actually preen, it's a little bit different. You may see hair manipulation, clothing or jewelry adjustment, self-touching, or, preening others, adjusting a partner's tie, hair, or clothing.
Yep. This is just what they do. It's part of their nature. They care more about their looks than they do about their character. Though this isn't all women. There are some that still care just as much about their character. Those are the women you should go for.
It's a high-level sign of comfort and attraction. So when women are playing with their hair, they're flipping, smoothing their hair, particularly tucking it behind the ear, bringing it forward, clothing, jewelry adjustment, smoothing a skirt, adjusting a necklace, or fixing clothes to look better. This is what we call preening. So this is a prime example of a woman preening.
I come up there, Tim, but, we try to stream later for Team Rampage. I normally start my stream around by this time. That's why.
Pulling the boobs up,
3 o'clock.
playing with the neck.
Right now, yeah.
The constant blinking, it's a dead giveaway. She is preening so hard. Sadly, there's a lot of clips going on online right now. They even react to this clip, so let's get into that.
I know that's like clip farming, whatever, that I'm feeling him touching my hair, whatever.
Are you?
Huh?
Are you?
He's fine.
Yeah, you hear what Rampage just said? You hear what this guy just said? I think this muscle-bound dude might be a simp. But I could be wrong. We'll find out for sure.
But no, he's not my type, for sure not. He was very nice and entertaining, but in that particular clip where I'm touching my hair, you can tell I'm fully zoned out, and it was just funny. But yeah.
Zoned out my ass. No, she was not zoned out. She knew they were on camera after the guy said they're on kick. She started preening for the camera.
She didn't answer the question, though.
I noticed that. She didn't say no.
No, I just said, yeah, he's okay, but no, he's not my type.
Okay.
Larry giving her the death stare.
They do have a point, though. She did not answer the question initially. Someone had to say something. He had to ask twice to get that answer out of her. The no part.
I'm not a cuck. For anyone out there wondering,
Oh, Larry. It's not a good look. Larry.
Not a cuck, huh? Who's the one dating a 304? That's what a cuck does.
This is my whole take on women that crave this validation. There's a lot to unpack here. The number one thing is
or to put it in another term, a less derogatory term, a simp.
Larry Wills could straight up beat my ass. Let's just keep it a buck. He's huge.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, he could definitely beat our asses, guys. That dude, jeez, he's got some. Jeez, look at the guy. I mean, come on, come on here. Look at the guy. He's huge. There is no way we can take him on.
He's around dudes. He's a bodybuilder. A lot of guys think they can build their body and the women will flock to them. Most of the time when you build your body, other dudes think it's cooler than the women do.
Yeah, he's right about that. Me? I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I'm just trying to get myself in shape. Oh, by the way, I want you guys to see something real quick. This is a part of my flash drive. It broke the other day.
But in my opinion, Larry Wills is one of those examples where money can't unlame you. It can't. Like, you can
No, it cannot. Money does not buy happiness.
have all the money, you can have the success, you can have the accolades, but he still doesn't carry himself in a frame that says I'm a masculine, confident guy, even though he's super buff.
Yeah. He carries himself as the kind of guy who just wants to please everyone. That's it. You wind up trying to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one.
Maybe it comes from a sense of insecurity. Now, his wife, on the other hand, this is why you don't go for women, this is why you don't go for women that crave a lot of outside validation. She's a Serbian model, okay? Already, 2 red flags there. Serbian, she's from another country. Model, she craves a lot of validation, and she's been given validation because she knows she's a model. So she knows she's pretty, and she's out of the country. Therefore, she wants a guy that's in the country so she can probably get her citizenship. And then also, she's hot, and she knows it. So she knows she can get a lot of outside validation, which is why
Yeah. And a lot of models have a tendency to cheat on their men.
I always say, get with a woman that doesn't crave a lot of outside validation. Notice that you guys have asked, hey, Levi, have Cass on the show, have Cass be on. She never wants to be on camera. She craves 0%. She doesn't crave any validation. She doesn't want it from anyone but me. And it's not because I brainwashed her. It's not because I've told her this. She just goes, I don't like being on camera. I don't like being in the limelight. I like doing my own thing and taking care of baby Nicks. That's what she likes to do. So there's a lot that men can learn from this. But that's why I started it out with, if you lead with money, she leads with money. So here's an actual clip of Larry Wills proposing to her. I haven't seen this entire thing, so let's watch.
Whoa. What's that?
Sorry about the ad, guys.
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just.
That's it. There.
Pretty sick restaurant, though.
Will you marry me?
You notice there weren't any tears of happiness? She's just laughing. That's a red flag. Because I've seen that in a lot of the women that wound up cheating on their men and treating their men like trash.
I mean, not bad.
I have to give it to him. He did come up with one hell of a surprise. Gotta give the guy that.
Yeah, I mean, not bad. I'm not a big fan of the restaurant proposals. It's just, like she's just sitting there like she doesn't really care, like she's just kind of sitting there like, oh wow, this is like, she almost wanted to be like, yay, yay. So I don't know, but see, this is the problem with these types of women, is these types of women know what they're doing. They know they need to go for these guys, they know they need to go for these guys that are of higher status because they can leech off of them. And then also, I heard he married her without a prenup. Oh my God, it hurts, Larry.
Not smart. Not smart. Let me show you guys a little bit about a prenup, what a prenup is. An agreement made by a couple before they marry concerning the ownership of their respective assets should the marriage fail. Put simply, guys, if you agree to keep at least, if you agree to split half the assets between each other for that prenup, boom. That's what's going to happen when the marriage fails. If you agree only to keep the belongings, they they each between each party from the couple. Sorry about that. Sorry, I stumbled there. But between each party of the couple, their assets that they came with prior to the marriage stay with them. Or you can agree to give the oh, look at that. It even shows a little example of a court proceeding there. That's funny.
I got something I want to talk about on that, but let's react to this clip.
I don't have many guy friends, to be honest. I don't have like a lot of friends in general. I have a couple girlfriends and I have a couple guy friends and
What?
The guy friends, right there. That's a red flag.
obviously you have to introduce your best friends to your partner and he should be comfortable with that as well.
He's married her, by the way. She says, I have guy friends, I got girlfriends. Oh, man. She's about to leave him.
Yep. Let me see here who this Serbian model is. I want to know who this guy is, too. So I'm going to look at the transcript of this video. Larry Wills. Let's see here. His wife's name is Shayla, a Serbian model, everyone. So let's see something about her. She's on the gram, by the way. Shayla Zarubica. Here we are. I could be wrong about the name there.
It's just sad to see. It's sad to see. And see, Larry Wills was probably like, wow, she's really hot. Like, I could, like, bagging her is a level up for me, which it is. You know, when a guy bags a hot chick, it says that you have a level of value as a man because you couldn't bag her unless you had some clout or success. But Larry, sadly, it doesn't seem like he spent a lot of time on the interior, on the inside. He spent a lot of time on the outside. But this chick is just straight up bamboozled.
Oh, oh, now I see it. That's what I got wrong. It's not Shayla Zarubica. Her name is something. Yeah. I don't even know how to pronounce her name, but it's spelled very differently. Yeah, she definitely takes a lot of inappropriate pictures of herself. Pictures of her showing off her body for the whole world to see. That's what a 304 does.
Him, and it's sad to see.
There's one clip that's been going viral, making its rounds everywhere, that said I'm an absolute fool for not signing a prenup.
Larry, he is. Here's the reason why. Here's the breakdown of why. If you've went out and built a kingdom on your own, by yourself, why would you share it with someone who has zero sweat equity in what you've built?
Couldn't agree more. You want to marry someone, make sure it's someone you built the king. Make sure you built the kingdom together before you actually marry. That's why I want to get my situation taken care of sooner. That's why I want to get my YouTube channel off the ground. Why I want to get, and I'm talking my main channel, everyone. That's why I wanted to get a high paying, well, a decent paying full-time job, which these days is easier said than done.
Zero sweat equity. She didn't help you build your following. She didn't help you build your 4 million subscriber channel. She didn't help you build any of the relationships that you have. She literally found you when you were a king and said, hey, I want to be a queen and share half the spoils.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Why would you do that and not sign a prenup, huh? Why? That's a stupid thing to do. Anyways, guys, that's all we have the time for today. So I hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed this or found it informative in any way, go ahead and hit that like button. And I'll see you next time. Peace.